Hi friends, and welcome to Abzu. As a real-life marine biologist, this is a comfort game of mine, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Somewhat recently, I played through Journey for the first time, and unlike most people, I actually experienced Abzu first, and it's been a while since I've dove into these depths, but I am beyond excited to be back. This game holds a very special place in my heart, and it's ultimately one of my favorite calming games of all time. And I don't know about you guys, but personally, I'm in a spot where something a little calming and comforting can go a long way. So I hope you'll join me, and we can learn some fun things about marine science and marine biology as we go. But for now, please join me as I enjoy Abzu. And there we go, our first little inkling of life on this blue planet. One thing I really appreciate is the inclusion of these small benthic invertebrates, because if you didn't know, sea stars are my favorite animal. And so getting to see them kind of scattered along the seafloor like this, with little biscuit stars, something that looks like a red cushion star, and of course the crown of thorn sea star, which is the only venomous sea star, just makes me really happy. It really does. Also because the red cushion star, Orcas reticulatus, is actually the first species of sea star that I got to do formal research on as a scientist. And they're my favorite animal, so it really means a lot to me, and it has a very special place in my heart. And I forgot that I can ride fish in this game. Like this giant Goliath tigerfish, I assume? A Goliath grouper, close. Again, fish, not really my strong suit. I specialize in invertebrates, which means that things with bones are generally beyond me. But I am so happy to be in a kelp forest. Kelp forests are my favorite ecosystem on the whole planet, despite the fact that I am horribly allergic to seaweed. Just everything about them is so incredibly magical. Oh, look at the seahorses! They're just tiny little guys. Oh, and I forgot that I can call the fish to me. Abzu is a truly remarkable environmental experience, I would say. Not limited to the hawksbill sea turtles, which are also the first species of sea turtle that I got to really encounter in the wild. I think they're just such incredible, majestic animals. So much of life really is, and the more you learn to appreciate it, the happier you're gonna be, because so much on this planet is just incredible in so many ways. I don't think enough people pay attention to the small things, like these sun stars. Multi-rayed stars are a very real thing, and little purple urchins. Although urchins, when left unchecked, can cause kelp barrens, but that's a problem for another time. For now, let's interact with this tiny robot. Oh, and it can scan me. Cute. Oh, that's a happy little dance. Come with me, new friend. We shall go adventuring. But I really do just adore this game, specifically because of these little shark statue things, which if I go ahead and sit on top of, you can actually use to meditate and watch different fish, which I just think is really fun. You can also watch occasionally, you can find predation events happening if you follow a predator for long enough. And I love these interactions that these animals have. It's so magical, and the ability to switch between every fish, like this kelp fish or these yellow tangs. Oh, there we go. I got the achievement for watching this black sea bass eat whatever that was. Oh, and you can see a secret right there. Excellent. Let's get up from our little meditation station and we can go see what that was, that little ammonite. This video is also going to be hard to edit because the soundtrack is such a major part of this game, and I don't really want to cut any of it out. Oh, look at that crab! Did you see that crab scuttling along the bottom? There it goes! That's part of why this game is one of my favorites, is just these small little interactions that are completely irrelevant to the actual game, but in other ways make up the entire game itself. But also, if I remember correctly, those are actual collectibles, where you get various achievements for getting all of them and that kind of thing. But I of course want to make sure that I also interact with every one of these little puddles. Oh, leopard sharks, my favorite species of shark. Closely followed by wobbegongs, because I love wobbegongs. I think they're funny. But leopard sharks are probably my favorite species of shark. Everything about this game is just so delightful to me. Wait, are those lobsters? They are! Look at, oh, and he retreats. Again. So many tiny details that are so incidental to the actual storyline of this game, but also make up so much of what makes this game so magical. I really do enjoy everything there is to explore in this world, and I'm so delighted to be back in it. But we have other ecosystems to explore as well, like more kelp forest and a great white. Easily the most vilified species of shark, but definitely still one of my favorites. Look at all this. Look at these eels. In real life, eels can be a little scary because they can and will chomp on you, but man, are they beautiful animals. I'm also playing this with a controller for the first time. I gotta say, it's an interesting experience. Wonder if I can invert my Y. That would make things a bit more intuitive for me. I'm an inverted Y user. Oh, look at all the sea stars. Sea stars just in general make me happy. When I was in graduate school, I had a whole academic desk that was covered in sea stars, and I called it my sea star shrine, and that's where I conducted all of my academic work, like reading papers and that kind of stuff. And a whole textbook on ocean biogeochemistry, which I would not recommend to anyone. Much like I wouldn't recommend whatever's going on in this room until we go see whatever this is. Oh, we're going in. For our first of the shrines. Oh, look at those. You can actually see the little amenids you've collected. Oh wait, that's, I really like that. I really like that. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. The first time I ever played this game was actually borrowed from a friend's Steam library. I didn't buy it myself until very recently, so it's been a while since I've played it, and I'm so excited to be back. I remember this game holding a lot of feelings for me before I even started to do marine science, because I've so deeply loved the ocean my entire life. Oh, manta rays. It's at the top of my bucket list to go diving with both whale sharks and manta rays. The first time I visited the Georgia Aquarium, I legitimately cried the first time I saw the manta ray, which I saw before I saw the whale shark. That's how important these animals are to me. And I'm gonna tear up playing this game. I can feel it already. So much of marine life is just so incredibly magical to me, and I care so deeply about our oceans. So games like this that really teach you the beauty of the ocean are amongst my favorites. Because what do you mean all of this life actually exists? Maybe not exactly like this, but unicorn fish exist. They're a real thing. Manta rays exist. How cool is it that we get to exist on a planet with these animals? What more could you ask for? But alas, I know we must move on. But I genuinely could sit here all day and be happy. Oh, jellies. Some proper jellies. There we go. And we get our first hint of passive storytelling of ancient people bringing the coral trees with them. What an incredible area. Again, cave diving is a hard no from me. It's just something I will never do because there is far too much that can go wrong. And I have a love for ocean animals, most of which don't exist in caves. So for me, there's not a ton there. Oh, hey guys. Oh God. Hey Jeremiah, how's it going? Long time no see, buddy. Well, we're down a little buddy, but at least this is an opportunity for me to show you something that I do very much enjoy about this game. A truly benthic environment. And as someone who specializes in benthic animals, look at the horseshoe crabs. I love these. And the lobsters. I'm so happy that these animals were included. And it's not just all about the big, charismatic megafauna, like the leatherback sea turtle, which is the largest species of sea turtle on the planet. And they're called that because their shells are leathery. It's not the same kind of bladed turtle shell that you're probably thinking of. Oh, look, I don't know enough about fish to know what those are, but it looks like they're ciliated, and that's what is giving them that shimmering effect. In which case, that's really cool. I know so much more, shell, about the little incidental life that I know about fish. Again, I know shockingly little about what probably most people think of first when they think of marine animals. I don't know why, but fish have just never sparked my curiosity as much as inverts have. What is this? I suppose we should go find out, shouldn't we? I mean, I know you're a turtle, but what's this? Is that a barracuda? Barracuda are in the list of fish that I've actually swam with before. They're usually pretty chill. Very shiny. Kind of like whatever this is I'm supposed to interact with. I don't like this gateway. Oh, my little buddy's going on his own field trip, and I apparently cannot follow him. Good to know. Into the next area, then, I assume. And there's no going back. Okay. Oh, but it's a jet. Oh, this is one of my favorite parts of these games. You ready to experience what it's like to be in Finding Nemo? Look at us go, and there's a barracuda swimming alongside us, alongside the school of fish. Various little parrotfish, it looks like. Again, I'm not great with fish. Oh, dolphins! I did go through a dolphin phase as a child. I feel like it's a rite of passage for anyone who's interested in the ocean. Ooh, our friend Jeremiah's back. There he goes. What a short appearance. Oh, we're really going down now. Okay. I see how it is. And we're rapidly ascending. And that's the end of our ride. Into our coral garden. The jet streams are easily one of my favorite parts of these games. Something about them is just so magical. Oh, look at, is that a parrotfish? Like a giant parrotfish? What are you? You're a humphead wrasse. I feel like I should have known that one, but alas. Those are definitely parrotfish. Like they're rainbow parrotfish. I feel like that's what those fish are called. Again, things with bones, not usually something I'm very good at, but still wonderful. Ooh, I see a cave. And giant clams along the floor. Oh, it's a buddy. Oh, look at these worms. And eels. Oh, I can't remember what the species of eel is called. But they actually stay in their holes like their entire lives, including when they mate. They'll like leave their tail. They'll leave their tail in the hole and then like extend out towards another one. It's pretty cool. But now we have a buddy again. Which means that there has to be events somewhere in this area, right? To release new species? Surely there's one and I'm just missing it. Oh yeah, it's right out in the open. Okay. We can just chalk that one up to me being blind. That's okay. Oh, all the eels went in. And we're getting gray reef sharks. Reef sharks are such a pretty animal. I mean, most sharks really are, but reef sharks in particular are pretty darn cool. I also, again, I really appreciate the benthic diversity they've included in these and how they're even interactive. I feel like the less charismatic megafauna is usually an afterthought in a lot of games, and I'm so happy that it isn't here. Oh, we're getting puffers. Cool. Puffers are so silly. Although one of the interactions that I think would be interesting if this game included, I don't know if it does, is sometimes certain species of dolphins will play with pufferfish by like bonking into them with their snoots. It's pretty interesting. Not very good for the puffers though. But I think that's everything for this area, so we may as well enter the gateway and what looks like another jet stream below. And again, I do love the jet streams. Oh, I didn't realize it had little robot arms. That's fun. Let's go on a new adventure. Oh, are those yellowfin tuna? Those are definitely yellowfin tuna, which are huge fish, by the way. Have you ever seen how big a tuna really is? They're large and incredibly fast. Again, I just love these jet stream areas. Oh, shell. I can't miss that. Got it. I want to know what all of these fish are. I can probably... Oh, orcas! Orcas! I love orcas. Very much a cultural staple of the area I grew up in. Highly intelligent whales and more hammerheads. Okay. And marlins or swordbills or something like that. I don't know. Again, fish. Look at all of these diverse animals. Please tell me that orcas are coming with me like the dolphins, the common dolphins from the previous area. Oh, maybe not if we're going into the sky. Oh yes, of course the orcas go into the sky. My bad. Where did they go? My orca friends. We're in another sad room, which must mean that I have to go interact with another tower. Maybe that's where the orcas are. Maybe once I do this, we'll get more orcas. Let's see what you give me this time, magical blob. It is the orcas. Oh, how lovely. Orcas can be identified by their unique saddle patches, which is the patch of white right behind their dorsal fin. And every individual orca has a unique pattern that you can use to identify it. There's also a difference between migratory orcapods and residential orcapods. So orcas that roam all around the oceans and orcas that tend to stay mostly in one place. Also, something you may or may not know is that orcas exhibit fashion trends. Like for about 6 weeks, various pods of orcas were wearing dead salmon on their heads as like a hat, because they could. And blue tangs, which are the dory fish, of course. Tangs are called that because they actually have little spines next to their caudal fin, next to their tail. And was that the Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apua I saw? That looks like a Huma Huma Nuku Nuku Apua, which I believe is a kind of triggerfish. And I think it is in our best interest to move on and see the shark mural before I get too distracted about various fish, which I know very little about. Hello, shark. Goodbye, shark. Oh, that's a big bait ball. With some oceanic white tips, maybe? If so, that's really cool. Oh, we have to go down. We have to go down. And it looks like there's some mahi-mahi in the distance as well. Oh, and another big ominous orb thing. That's a mahi-mahi, right? There are humpback. I've actually been in the water with humpbacks as well. I meant to say as well, but you know, that was a slip and we'll just let it happen. And it can actually be somewhat scary to be in the water with whales just because they're so big and you are so small. But man, again, so many animals are just so incredibly cool. Look at all those lobsters and horseshoe crabs. And maybe some wahoo? Is that what those other things are? I know wahoo are deep sea fish. Thresher sharks. Iconic. One of the internet's favorite shark species. Ooh, ruins. Because of their perpetually worried expressions and of course their iconic tail shape. Makes them pretty hard to miss because they've got such a long and outstanding tail. Is that everything from down here? I think it is. So we ascend again. Again, I don't know enough about like the little fish to tell you anything about them. But look at the thresher sharks out in the distance. I would love to see a thresher shark in person someday. And is that like a basking shark? It's definitely a larger shark, which makes me think basking. Yeah, that's a basking shark. Look at that. That or a 6-gill? That's a basking shark all day. Look at that mouth. And what an incredible animal. Mostly a filter feeder, like most of the larger sharks. I mean, obviously you have the tigers and the great whites, and that's mostly what people think of. But I see another ominous triangle in the distance. So I suppose we know what we must do. Goodbye, whales and sharks. I will miss you dearly. Into the ether we go once more. And some gateways. And mola mola, everyone's favorite oceanic sunfish. They are kind of weird looking animals though, and they are havens for parasites. I don't have a deep-seated hatred of the mola mola. I'm just also not a fan of them because again, they are fish and I like invertebrates. Do I see rays and turtles? Excellent. And we're getting scalloped hammerheads. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Latin for them is Spira lewini. I think that's a scalloped hammerhead. Although if you aren't familiar with them, I would highly recommend looking up the winghead shark, which is in the, it's technically Eusphyra, not Sphyra, which is the scientific family name of hammerheads. But wingheads have the longest rostrum to body length ratio of any of the hammerheads, and they look kind of silly. They're just little shark guys, and I really like them. We should go see what this vent is down here. It's eagle rays. I do have a distinct memory of one time I was out night snorkeling, and we only had one dive flashlight for me and my dive buddy. I don't know why, I think the others were charging and we needed to go out this night for something or other. But we were out, and my dive buddy was in control of the flashlight because I was busy using my hands to do like other recording work and that kind of stuff. Look at these little like cow nose rays, that's what they look like. So cute. And at one point she just shone the light up and there was just a massive eagle ray in the distance, and it was incredible, but also very spooky to see at nighttime when you weren't expecting it to be there. But yeah, I absolutely love night snorkeling, and it is something I highly recommend everyone do if given the opportunity. I think it's a very different way to see the world, and it gives you such an appreciation for how many different things are active at night. Oh look, manatees! Gentle giants, truly. I'm convinced these guys know we're not allowed to hug them when I really want to hug them. But I know that we need to interact with these chains to open that big door, no matter how heavy it is. And there we go. That's half of this puzzle solved, and I'm pretty sure we can do the other half pretty easily. And there we go. There's the second half of this puzzle. Not exactly the world's hardest puzzle, but still. It's about the journey, not the destination, right? Look at these chambered nautili. What a beautiful animal. And also an animal that exhibits a diel migration, where it tends to spend the daytime in the deep dark deep down off of a coastal shelf, and then at nighttime, it'll come up and do its feeding. Also, a bonus fun fact that is one of my favorite fun facts is that the tiny tube that connects all of the chambers in their shell is called a siphuncle. And I just think that's a fun word that everyone should get to know. And these are Garibaldi fish. I recognize them. Also because Garibaldi is just an objectively funny name for a fish. Look at that moray statue. Shark moray. Actually kind of Dunkleosteus coded. Interesting. Oh, lionfish. Also, speaking of animals that tend to be more active at night, lionfish are definitely one of them. Of course, I grew up in the US, so I have the connotation that these are invasive, but they're not invasive everywhere in the world. They're just invasive towards our southeast. But of course, just because something is invasive somewhere doesn't mean it doesn't belong somewhere else. Oh wow, look at these bellies. And there's a shark statue. And a shark. Hey Jeremiah. How's it going, friend? You ate one of my buddies last time. I would prefer if you don't do that again. Oh. No, he just swam away. That's okay. You can let them just swim away. Look at that octopus. Just chilling. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm just here for the shell. You know, to be fair, if the shark had seen you, the shark probably would have eaten you. Sharks do have a tendency to do that. But there's nothing like an ominously lit hallway to tell you to keep going. It's the reason I don't play horror games. 4 is the light at the end of the tunnel, and what looks to be another dead zone, maybe? But this time with some man-made structures. And some ominous hammerhead statues. That's festive. But into the well of life we go. Tell me, magical ball of goo, what are we summoning this time? Whale sharks! Again, actually at the top of my bucket list to get to see these animals in person, live. I've seen them in the aquarium, but it's my dream to go see them as they exist in nature. Something you may not know about me is that I collect little whale shark figurines, and each one means a lot to me. I have tons of little whale shark trinkets that I'm very fond of. And more mola molas, everyone's favorite oceanic sunfish. Oh, and look at that, the water under the water, the flowing water. How cool is that? Even the little guys are confused by what's going on here. Oh, look at all the chamber dotuli. And I can interact with this fountain. And that illuminates an illustration of pouring water into the magical water, I assume. The kind of blue glowy water. Interesting. And then there's the ominous triangle of death. Festive. Well, I suppose we should just continue the path forwards. Oh, and there's a shark statue here. Is that a coelacanth? There's remoras, but there are no big fish around here for the remora to attach to, which is what that plate-looking thing on top of their head is for. Oh, it's a little bonnet head. Fun fact, when I was doing my research one day, I saw one of these guys eating an armadillo that had washed into the river I was working in. Didn't expect to see that, but it was cool. You are indeed a coelacanth. Coelacanths are interesting because they are lobed finfishes, as opposed to the ray finfishes that make up the vast majority of what you probably think of as a fish. But of course, all good things must come to an end. I suppose we open the gate and move on, while learning about all of the magical things. Oh, does that mean the next thing we're gonna summon is gonna be a squid? Like a giant squid? Because that'd be cool. I love giant squids. When my sibling was visiting the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History, they specifically took a photo of the preserved giant squid for me because they knew that I would be fascinated by it, and they were correct. Although I can't say I'm happy about whatever these triangles of death are that are all over the place. Like this big one over here. But we know of no other way to interact with them than to go into the ether once more. Whale. Big whale. One might even say the biggest whale. Blue whales are the single largest animal in Earth's history. I mean, for all of Earth's history. And how cool is it that we get to exist at the same time as literally the biggest animal to have ever existed? Also, just everything about this cutscene makes me happy. And a humpback. Beautiful. Oh, there you go. That really gives you a sense of scale for the blue whale. I do firmly believe that whales are looking back at you in the same way that you look at them. It's something that's so hard to describe until you truly experience it. I was just tearing up because I love whales, and now we're in a minefield of death. So, you know, seems about right. But I really do love marine life. Such an incredible amount. I don't know what I would be if I wasn't a marine scientist. It's all I've ever wanted to be. It genuinely means the world to me. And let's see what kind of new life we're bringing in now. Goblin sharks. Yes, one of the creepiest looking sharks, but also so incredibly fascinating for the way their jaws can extend. It's a very cool thing. Let's look at a little crab. Scuttling around. And tons of different fish. This is very much a deep sea kind of environment, which I know shockingly. Is that a Dumbo octopus? Oh my god, it's a Dumbo octopus and like what looks like a sea pig? Some kind of sea cucumber maybe? Oh my gosh. Again, the tiny little benthic invertebrates. I mean, I would argue that the Dumbo octopus is one of the better known kinds of octopi, but having some kind of, it's either a sea slug or a sea pig, which is a sea cucumber. Oh, that makes me so happy. Whale bones. This is an area with whale fall activity, which makes sense given the whales that we just saw. And some other kind of wildlife that I can summon here. Please be something cool. It's going to be an anglerfish, of course, iconic. If you're gonna have deep sea fishes, you gotta have an anglerfish. I feel like it's an unwritten rule. Horseshoe crabs. Can I get through these without any of them zapping me? Nope. Oh god. Oh god. We're just in the thick of it now. I'm gonna try and get through this. And get over here. Because I'm pretty sure that this is what I'm supposed to interact with. Is that a ping pong tree sponge? Oh, at least we deactivated all the mines on this side. Thank goodness. Look at that whale skeleton. Okay, we're halfway to opening this door. Although I can't say I'm a fan of transitioning from beautiful, pristine nature to sub-industrial. But the ping pong tree sponge is a carnivorous sponge that exists way in the deep, dark, deep down. And they're called ping pong tree sponges for reasons I'm certain you cannot guess. But sponges are widely considered to be one of the first forms of multicellular life on the planet, because they're incredibly simple organisms. Most sponges have 4 cell types to them. And let me just say, that is not a lot of cell types for a multicellular organism. Ooh, there's another animal over here, along with some kind of, like, ghost ray. Is that like a ghost fish? Is that what those are called? Tomopterus. I don't know what that is. I genuinely don't know what that is. And that opens up the other half of this door. Oh, I didn't know that there were... So the Tomopterus, after a quick Google search, is a gossamer worm. Which those I do know. I just didn't know that they were also called Tomopterus. Interesting. I learned something new today. I love learning new things. Here's the goblin shark. I want to see the goblin shark eat so badly. I want to see if they animated its jaws extending the way that it does. They did? That's so cool. That's so cool. I'm so happy inside. Oh, there's the Humboldt squid using its chromatophores. Wait, that's actually so cool. Man, I just adore the attention to detail in this game. I know I've already said it like 40 billion times, and I'm probably gonna say it 40 billion more, but the actual appreciation for wildlife that this game has is so far beyond so many marine games. But I suppose we should probably enter the mysterious door that we opened. That seems like it would be good gameplay progression. Uh-oh. The question is, can I avoid getting electrocuted as we go through a narrow hallway filled with landmines? Although I don't think these are landmines per se. I don't know. You can debate that. Jeremiah! Jeremiah, no! Let me help you. Let me help Jeremiah, please. I will do whatever I can. Come on, Jeremiah. Come on, buddy. You got this. Go. There you are. Hello, Jeremiah. It's been a long time. I haven't played Raft in months. For like the first time ever in my YouTube career. I've been so very much enjoying getting to explore my love of marine science in video games with you guys that I haven't touched what is arguably the core of this channel. Sperm whales! Oh. Again, what a magical animal. So highly intelligent. And the fact that you can find, you know, pockmarks and that kind of thing from their battles with giant squids, which are down there. I see the giant squid silhouettes. Oh wait, that's so cool. Because this is an actual interaction that these two animals have, is that sperm whales will dive deep and predate on giant squids. That's just so cool. Oh, look at it. Look at its huge mantle. I still can't believe that it's within my lifetime that we got the first actual footage of giant squids and that kind of thing. Like, we knew that giant squids existed, don't get me wrong. Oh, look at their chromatophores going. Did you know that giant squids and colossal squids have some of the largest eyes ever recorded? It's impossible to say whether or not they have the largest eyes ever known, because it's entirely possible that some animal that was lost in the fossil record had big eyes, since eyes don't fossilize. But like I was saying, we knew that giant squids existed because we would find remnants of them or dead ones washed up and that kind of thing, which is a whole reason we know the megalodon is extinct, and I could go into that ad nauseum at a later time. Are these tube worms down here next to the hydrothermal vents? They are. Man, I'm so easily distracted, but I'm so happy. Everything about this game is what I want it to be. Look at that giant squid. Does it have a beak? It does! Even in this art style, they gave it a beak. Everything about this is so cool. But yeah, on sperm whales, for example, you can find pockmarks from them biting off giant squids, which they actually have kind of like little talons almost in their suckers, which makes them especially dangerous to try and eat. But that's what the sperm whales do. Please tell me that this is gonna summon squids like that mural implied. I would be really happy if this gave us squids. Okay, magical goop. What'll it be this time? Fingers crossed for giant squids, please. More of them. Or colossal squids, which are indeed different animals. It's definitely squids. It looks like giant squids. You can usually tell colossal squids and giant squids apart based on their mantles, which is like the big head part, but they are pretty similar. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, and the door's open so we can continue going further. So onwards through the big doors we go. Through a tiny hole in the wall, apparently. That leads us to another big triangle. Oh dear. This time a much more imposing triangle surrounded by other triangles. Jeremiah, what are you doing here, buddy? Are you going through the ether? Oh, Jeremiah's going through the ether. Okay. I didn't know he was chill like that. The question is, can I make it through here without all of the horrible, awful things happening? I think I can. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. Wouldn't you know it, without incident. I'm just a god gamer. Following Jeremiah. Into... oh dear. Somewhere that I definitely don't want to be. I haven't seen Iron Lung, but I imagine this is kind of what Simon felt. See the aforementioned fact that I'm not a fan of horror games. And or horror media in general. Between the red glow the enclosed spaces, and probably some hefty doses of radiation. Oh, this is where they're making little buddies. I found a few, like, knocked out ones, but they are apparently mass producing them here. That's festive. Oh dear. I don't know how I managed to get past that one. Oh, and the doors just automatically open. Let me through. Oh, they're also manufacturing the not landmines. I like one of those things significantly more than I like the other one. I feel like you guys need to narrow down your product range a little bit. Why is the music so ominous all of a sudden? Why are there like electric eels, but not electric eels? Because those are freshwater fish. I don't think I like this very much. Oh, that's a big buddy. Please don't be evil. Uh-oh. Please don't be evil. Oh, you're just... Oh, no, that's me. Do I have the magic goop inside me? I must to some extent, right? Oh, dear. Maybe these ones can't electrocute me? Oh, no, they definitely can. Okay, well, that's what you call the scientific process, right? We had a theory. We tested it. It does indeed do something. Oh, dear. I have a feeling this is about to go miserably. What happened to my nice, peaceful ocean game? Okay, we're just gonna blast through this and hope for the best. That's my game plan. So anyways, I started blasting, and then I started getting blasted, and it was not fun. Please let me through this. Please, if I ask really nicely. Please? Please just let me through. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I really want to get there without further incident. Everything is so tense. Oh god. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. Not the chain reaction. That feels illegal. Unfortunately, they explode after hitting me, so I don't have to worry about running into the same ones multiple times. So that's at least somewhat of a blessing. Oh. Towards a big evil triangle. Please don't look at me. Oh, hey, Jeremiah. How's it going? Oh. Jeremiah knows what's up. No, Jeremiah. No, Jeremiah. Jeremiah, buddy. Oh, dear. That certainly isn't good. Oh, dear. Well, I've certainly seen better days. But where's Jeremiah? Oh, no, Jeremiah. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming. We're gonna fix it, okay? Okay, we're gonna fix it. Oh my. We have to avenge Jeremiah. Nothing would be the same without him. I need my shark friend. Although I am very grateful that this game very pointedly chose to not vilify the great white shark. Because that is an issue I have with a lot of games. But we can go above water here and see more of this environment. Interesting. With More little octopi. It looks like that one Pokemon. Like an Ammonite or whatever that one Pokemon is, and like a Trilobite? Not like a chocolate chip star? Oh, I think I remember what section of the game we're getting into. Jeremiah won't be here, but at least there'll be some other cool creatures we can interact with. And I'm pretty sure that in order to do so, we need to climb above water for the first time. Oh, is that a little terrapin? And some kind of like gecko looking thing? Cool. If you take how little I know about fish and then you divide it in like 14, that's how much I know about terrestrial animals. It's really not my strong suit. Marine invertebrates is where most of my knowledge is. Not in forestry, so I'm glad that there are indeed trees because I do know stuff about those. Birds, on the other hand, are right out. But there's only one way to dive into this, and it's to dive in. There we go. This area is slightly ominous, but I think it's gorgeous in its own way. If nothing else, but because these animals don't exist anymore. Because these are all mostly prehistoric animals, except for the gar, which just still exists. Is that a helicoprion? It is a helicoprion. Cool. A spiral sawed shark. Or that's what helicoprion translates to, as spiral saw. And we're getting Anomalocaris, everyone's favorite, not shrimp. Also, Anomalocaris translates to unlike other shrimp, which I feel like is accurate, given how weird the Anomalocaris looks. Also a very cool prehistoric animal. But we have more wheels to turn, and more mini puzzles that need to be solved. Because goodness knows I have so much more wildlife to discover. Is that a T-Rex skull? That's not a marine animal. I can be pretty confident in that one. Oh, we're getting more helicoprions. Excellent. There are just so many cool little interactions that you can have in these areas. But I think I'm supposed to get into this somehow. There we go. A magic well for us to interact with some animals on the wall that I believe are like ichthyosaurs or something like that. Again, paleoecology is far beyond me. The higher up in academia you go, the more specialized you get. And my thing is marine invertebrates, which is already pretty wide considering how much of life is in Arthropoda and Mollusca alone. Mollusks by themselves account for 23% of described marine species. So that's where a lot of my knowledge has come from. And it means that even less space in my brain is left for everything else. Again, particularly for things that have bones. But the door we were trying to open has been opened, so through it we go. Towards a massive underwater fountain, it appears. Is that like a prehistoric turtle? Oh, that's the coelacanth. That's not what I was trying to grab onto. I want to know more about the turtle. An Arcleon. Archelon? Archelon. Interesting. Are those Arapaima? Is that what these are? Aren't those like freshwater fishes? Again, I don't really know much about fish at all, but this truly is a magical area, because goodness knows that not all things belong in the same ecosystem. But I'll let them have it for the rest of the stuff that they included. Oh, and we're off. And there we go. That was a very short little current ride compared to the others we've had. Oh dear. Am I going to have to do a leap of faith? So, oceans don't scare me. But heights do. So here's to facing our fears, I guess. Oh my. Yeah, those. Here we go with the ichthyosaurus. I was so right. Oh goodness. And we get a Dacosaurus. Cool. I don't know anything about these animals. It reminds me of the lava lizards from Subnautica. It's like a tetrapod, but also is finned. I don't know. Something about it is giving lava lizard. I know I talk mostly. Oh, look at those guys. They're so funky looking. The Cambrian really had some wild ideas for what an animal should be. Also, I know I talk a lot about marine biology and that kind of thing, and it is genuinely what I am by far and large the most passionate about, but I do actually also have a music degree. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying the soundtrack in this game as well. Everything about it is just so magical. I really do love this game, and I'm so glad that I came back to it. This little area is so pretty with like a little wisteria almost, and the birch. It's so pretty. Not as pretty as the kelp forests. Oh, but look at the little turtles. And the frog. Wait, there's a frog over here. Where'd it go? It's hiding in the grass. It's so small. Let me find it. Oh, there it goes. Frog. I'm a simple human. I see frog. I like. That's all it takes. That's actually true with a lot of animals, if we're being honest, but you know, people have to have their priorities, right? It's an elasmosaur. These guys have such long necks and it's so cool. I can't say I'm as big of a fan of the prehistoric stuff as I am of the other stuff. That might just be because I'm such a big fan of the other stuff that there's no room left for the prehistoric stuff. You know? I don't dislike this area or anything like that. I do very much enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy the other ones. I'm not going to linger as long, and we'll just move along. The brilliant part of this game is that it comes with a chapter system, so that you can go revisit any part of the game you desire as you desire it. Ooh, we get another field trip. Are we going to breach again? But this time we don't have orcas to accompany us. Okay, well that one little splash was far less significant than anything else we've done. But look at the... Jeremiah's getting the appreciation he deserves on these walls. And the giant amanid. Cool. And let's open the big door. Oh, it is gorgeous, isn't it? Although it is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie, my spine is tingling a little bit because I'm afraid of heights. But I also know that there is no jump mechanic in this game, and therefore I can't fall off the edge. So there is that, but the spine is tingling. And I suppose it calls for another leap of faith. So here we go. Into another jet stream, let's go. What kinds of fun fish are going to join us this time? Probably some prehistoric ones that I can't name. But there we go, there's the ichthyosaurus. I know that one. Through more kelp. Oh man. I can't say that I'm as big of a fan of the man-made structures as I am of the natural environments we've gone through in other jet streams. That's not to say that I don't like this. Was that... What animal did I just see? I could have sworn I just saw a flash of Jeremiah. Did you see the salamander swimming with that pod? The little lizard-looking thing? Yeah, there's like a whole little school of them there. into a giant room. It's a bait ball in it. The bait ball is very loud and very overwhelming. Oh dear. Oh, am I supposed to interact with the chains where the gate is kept? That would make sense. And there we go. Oh, it looks like the magical well water down here. Interesting. In we go, I suppose. And now the magical goop is in the center. What are we summoning? There's no coral tower here. Jeremiah! Jeremiah's back! It looks like Jeremiah's had a hard life. Look at all that deep scarring. It's okay, buddy. Oh, I'm being restored too. We go together into an even deeper well. For an even greater height? Definitely towards the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh my, that breach. I feel like if we weren't a robot, surface tension would be fatal there. Come on, Jeremiah. We have things we must do. And things I think we must destroy. Come on, Jeremiah. There we go. And it creates a coral thing. Oh, did that cause the water level to rise? And more manta rays. Oh, Jeremiah. You really outdid yourself this time, my friend. Here we go. More things to destroy. And Jeremiah's invincible and I'm glowing golden. So clearly, nothing can stop us now. There we go. Oh, and the sea turtles are here. So this is gonna be orcas. Is the next one gonna be... what was next then? Because it was mantas, then orcas. And then was it the squid that was next? Oh, it was whale sharks, right? Does that mean we're gonna get whale sharks? Please tell me that your destruction will lead to the birth of many whale sharks. I would be so incredibly glad for that happening. And there's the mahi-mahi here. There's a swordfish there. And the humphead wrasse. Please be whale sharks. Please. There they are. The whale sharks. Impeccable. What a perfect animal. Amazing. And through a jelly cave with our whole massive school of fish following us. More things to destroy. This will summon the giant squids. Oh, we have to breach. You got that one, Jeremiah. We didn't even have to go up for it. I thought we were gonna have to make a flying leap. But Jeremiah is just too strong. One more, and then we get giant squids. Little telescope fish. The viper fish. There they are. Oh, and that really caused the water level to rise. Okay. Here we go. One last region. We're breaching with Jeremiah and a blue whale. Holy! That's so cool. But I think we know what must happen, Jeremiah. There's one last great evil in front of us. Am I not supposed to go into this? Oh. Look at the breaching blue whales. Apparently Jeremiah can't come with for this part. There we go. Oh dear. Jeremiah magically phases through. Let's go, Jeremiah. Be too powerful for them. They can no longer stop us. Oh dear. Flashing lights. Here we go. Here we go, the big one. No more evil triangle. Just me and Jeremiah. The original duo. And it's all regrowing. Nature is healing. And there's a brand new kelp forest. Where life abounds. What more could you really hope for? And there we go. That's the end of Abzu. I very much enjoy this game. It really does mean a lot to me, and I really enjoyed getting to experience it again with you guys. But anyways, I think that's everything from me for now. I hope you enjoyed all of these fun marine facts and other assorted fun facts as we went through it. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I hope to see you again soon. But until then, have a great day.